Hey everyone, and welcome to Vintage Prodigy. So, I am to continue with those next 15 words or advanced phrases which we have continued or started in our previous video. The link has been given in the description box below. You can see there. Okay, moving towards the number 16. That is narrow-minded. Narrow-minded means to have perfect thinking about something and who are not able to accept someone else's view. That means if you have some view on some topics, that means, for suppose, if you're talking about short clothes, if you're talking about sleeveless clothes, people have some certain mentality that they are not having good character, they are bad people, they are not good. So that is something which is known as narrow minds. And these sorts of people, they don't accept or they don't take into account someone other's view. That sort of personality or that sort of thinking is narrow-minded. It is really bad, which you can find it in our society right now, from India to all parts of the world. So this is narrow-minded. Now moving towards the next is on hand. On hand means always present. Okay, so a counselor is always on hand to give shoulders to cry on. It actually works. Is on face of it. On face of it. On face of it means without knowing some relevant facts about something. So we can say, on the face of it, she is well settled. On the face of it, she is well settled. We don't know how things work, but it seems like she has settled well in that particular place. So the next one is on the verge of. On the verge of. On the verge of means very near or very close to do something or experiencing something. So when I saw him in the corridor, he was on the verge of tears. When I saw him in the corridor, he was on the verge of tears. It means he was nearly to cry. The tears just poured out of his eyes, you know. So the next one is part and parcel. Part and parcel. Part and parcel means to be a integrated stuff of something. That means which is a perfect partner of something, like stress and hard work are part and parcel of this profession. Stress and hard work are part and parcel of this profession. Remind it, I'm not talking about YouTuber. No, sorry. Not talking about. So the next one that comes is to pose a question. To pose a question. To pose a question means to raise a question. To raise a question. To raise a question. That means whenever teacher is explaining something, then students usually pose a question. Teachers answer them, or they eagerly want that students should pose some questions in front of them. So that's how. The next one is remarkably complex. Remarkably complex. Remarkably complex means when something is really complicated with some intricate details, it's known as remarkably complex. That means which is very complicated. Simply, in no tough words, simply very complicated. With intricate details means having very minute details. So an example could be the mosaic was remarkably complex but beautiful. Was remarkably complex, beautiful. Now, the question arises, what is mosaic? Mosaic is a design or a picture which has been created using colorful stones or some pieces of glass and making a perfect picture out of it is known as mosaic. Okay. Now the next one for you is roller coaster of emotions. Roller coaster of emotions means full of highs and lows. Highs and lows. Highs and lows. This is known as the roller coaster of emotions. The roller coaster of emotions, how it can be used. So I experience a roller coaster of emotions whenever I visit opera. Well, I haven't visited opera ever. Opera is a kind of European singing, which you might have heard. They have good sounds and high pitches and low pitches. They're absolutely fantastic. It's a traditional form of European singing. You can check it out on Google. The next one is short and sharp. Short and sharp means quick and unique. To be quick and unique. That is short and sharp. So let's keep the Google Meet be short and sharp. It's a good idea. At least for my business platform. Yeah. Let's see the next one for you. To sit on the fence. To sit on the fence. To sit on the fence means to get away from the complicated situation. Or to avoid making decision or choice. Now, the next one is to sit on the fence. To sit on the fence means to avoid decision making. Simply. To avoid the decision making, we can call it to sit on the fence. The example is, she likes to sit on fence to avoid confrontation. She likes to sit on fence to avoid confrontation. Now, the next one is to steal the show. To steal the show means to get or receive lots of appreciation. Now, the next one is to get pleasure off. To get pleasure off means to enjoy something. To enjoy something very well. Or in other ways you can say to take great pleasure in. To take great pleasure in. To take great pleasure in means to enjoy something very well. Or to have great pleasure in something. Now, examples could be set it out for you. Is she took great pleasure in telling that she was tired. Well, women's psychology sometimes. Yeah. Now, moving towards the next one is to have a walk on eggshells. Means to be very careful about what you are saying, or very careful with your words actually. So, the example could be when boss came in high temper. When boss came in high temperament, the office people, or you can say all the staff members, were walking on eggshells around him. So you have to be careful. He's boss, of course. Without a care in the world. This is our next phrase. Without a care in the world. So, without a care in the world means to have no issues with anything, doesn't worry about any fact. So, if a wife could complain, it would be like, I am so anxious. And my husband, he is without a care in the world. Without a care in the world. It's just like, he's rubbish. Anyway, I'm not trying to make a fight. I'm not giving you undares to blame somebody. The next one is worth your weight in gold. Worth your weight in gold. Your grandma's stories worth their weight in gold. Your grandma's story or your grandma's stories worth their weight in gold. They really do. Anyway, this is my 30 advanced phrase section, which I have covered it today on my second day. I would like you to continue with me every day within these 15 days sequence. I would love to have you entertained with the education, right? So I'll meet you in my next video. Until then, keep watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Vintage Prodigy. Please share it with your friends and colleagues to get informative details with me. Thank you. Bye-bye.